10 months out, we predicted Trump. It turns out that Donald Trump's hair was more distinctive than any other candidate in totality. It literally was his hair was the most distinctive asset of the campaign, you know?
It's funny, this came up actually in Eliza's episode I just recorded, and she's the same. So she does sentiment tracking using, a sample of the whole internet, big data, AI, all that kind of thing. She's the same thing. It's like, it's not about measuring what people are saying. It's the intensity, the emotion behind what they're saying that then predicts behavior. So you've got to remove a lot of the explicit signals out there or stated behavioral intent and get through to the emotion, because that ends up being predictive of what they're going to do. So she just predicted the Australian federal election to the seat almost. She predicted it 6 weeks out.
I love your story because we've done something very, very similar. So our founder Jon, when Trump was running for office in 2016, 10 months out, we predicted Trump. The model we use is called fame, feeling, and fluency. So have you heard of the person? What kind of feeling does the person evoke? And what do how easily does the person come to mind? We call it fluent devices. So it turns out that Donald Trump's hair was more distinctive than any other candidate in totality. It literally was his hair was the most distinctive asset of the campaign, And it's funny because we laugh quite rightly, but actually our prediction models suggest that being distinctive is actually quite important in an election, right? Because most people aren't reading political Twitter, getting up to date on what's going on. The majority of people are going, who comes to mind quickly? Are they any good? And can I remember them? And that's the model we use. And anyway, so 10 months out, we basically predicted that Trump would edge Hillary Clinton out. Now, at the time, I think the prediction markets had Trump with about a 5% chance of winning. I mean, it was back then, political predictions were landslide Clinton. But 10 months out, we got it right. We did the same for Boris Johnson winning the Tory candidacy. This is obviously 4 years ago now, because he's now out of office. And we also predicted Brexit. Again, Brexit wasn't predicted by the normal opinion polls. So it's system one versus system two. The rational polls were predicting one direction, but if you measure emotion, it actually predicted the other way. Emotion reveals people's real preferences, not their stated preferences. And honestly, if you were to ask anybody in 2016 on a survey, would you intend to vote for Trump? You'd have to be fairly bold, to say, yeah, I'm a Trump voter, because you knew that you were going to risk friendships off the back of it. So